Welcome on in, everyone, to ClayShareCon 2026. Here we are, day 4, the last demonstration of the day. Oh, we'd be sad, except it's with Annie. Annie Kreitzberg, Earth to Annie. You might know her, and if you do, you love her like I do. She has done multiple workshops with us. She makes amazing work. She has great classes of her own on her website, Earth to Annie. She has beautiful texture tools and mats and all kinds of things. She is one of my great clay friends, and we've had a lot of history, and we've gotten kicked out of a few places together when we were younger, wilder potters, but that's a story for another day. I'm going to show the goblet close up so you can see my beautiful Annie original. Look at this. So pretty. All right, are you ready for some fun? We're going to head on out west, Portland it is, and check in with Annie. Hey, Annie. So good seeing you.
Hey, Jess. So I actually live in Bend, but the last
You live
time,
in Bend.
well,
that's right.
not the last time I saw you, but the last time we got thrown out of a bar was Portland.
Was Portland. That's why I said that, because we were talking about that in Portland. Yes, you're in Bend. I'm so sorry. Apologies.
That was before Kevin went to Nsika with you.
Yeah, now Kevin must go, so he keeps me on the straight and narrow.
He does. Everyone needs a little supervision occasionally.
And he's my supervisor.
He is a good supervisor, and he's fun and funny.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
All right, so you've got a lot to do, and we have 30 minutes.
Let's do it.
To do it, so let's go.
So I've had this texture for a while, and I love it, and I've been using it. But you know how like you have a texture and then you find the perfect form for it? I've found the perfect form for it with the goblets, I feel like now.
I love those.
Yeah, so I'm doing them in different colorways, of course. And I do have that texture for sale. It's one that I designed. I went to stay with some people and they had kind of this tile on their bathroom floor, but I filled in the lines to make it a little bit more sumptuous for hand builders. So I've already prepared my slabs, and they are 1/4-inch slabs, and they're textured with this texture mat. And I have had a local guy make some cookie cutters for me for this template. So this template has an altered seam so that when you go to shape the cup, you have a nice curve in it and the seam doesn't split. So I'll talk you guys all through that. I've got 2 sizes, but they're both made exactly the same way. I'm going to make what I'm calling the goblet. I call the little one the chalice, even though that's not really the correct use of that word. But a chalice is for ceremonial use. But I mean, if you're drinking wine out of it, you might as well make it into a ceremony, right? And then this one I envision drinking iced tea out of, or something like that, or lemon. So this is the perfect 5-ounce pour of wine. Anyway, they're both made the same. I'm going to make the larger one just because it's easier for you guys to see. So I'll go ahead and use my cutters that I'm having my friend make for me here in town. And I won't get too caught up in getting everything perfect. But when I'm working on my own, I spend a lot of time lining things up. But you know how it is. We got 30 minutes.
I know, we're very tight this year. We had to cut some time back so we could get more people in.
Yeah,
you've got a lot of people this year. But Kevin and I have a meeting scheduled after not tonight, but when I get back from Tahiti, we'll talk about what's going to happen next year.
Oh, yeah?
We have a plan.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
You're going to change things? What do you mean?
Meaning we're going to do more recorded sessions because when we switch out from live to live, it's really, we really need 30 minutes in between broadcasts, not 15 that we have.
Absolutely.
So we're thinking of alternating live, record, live, recorded, live, recorded. And so
I'll do some recorded sessions for you. That's a good idea.
So that way everybody can be a part that wants to, and it makes it so we just run nonstop. Like if people were here and filming and they could see what we do in between, it's a lot. It's awesome, but it's a lot. So
yeah, that's a really good idea. Yeah. That's a really good idea. So I'm not doing anything unusual right now, you guys. I'm just using my cutters to cut these shapes out. And then I'm ooching them out gently. And I made plenty of slabs.
Will you be selling that cutter if folks want to get them from you?
Yes.
Yes, you guys can get it.
Yes, you can get it right now, and it comes with a video tutorial that I've already uploaded. So you'll get a more in-depth tutorial if you buy the cutters.
Oh, you guys, earthtoannie.com.
And then
Did I share that yet?
if you just want the paper template, it's up on my website right now for free for ClayShareCon. And then instead of doing a code, I've put things on sale in my online shop, like these little bats, if you need little bats.
So
and I just went ahead and put them on sale so nobody has to worry about a code. All right, here we go. Let's do this.
Thank you.
So we've got 3 pieces that we're going to be working with, and we're going to bevel the sides. On the big one, we're going to bevel 3 sides, not the lip. On the medium size one, we're going to bevel 2 sides, and on the circle, we're not going to bevel. Okay? So I'm going to make this guy first because he's the foot, so he can set up. So we're going to only bevel 2 sides on the rainbow. And we're going to just go in here and do that 45-degree joining angle that I hope you guys are familiar with. I bet you are. And then we're going to carry the knife through the rainbow, holding it the same way, and then bevel this other end. Sometimes when you have a whole rainbow curve, you want to switch the angle of the knife, but you got to remember to go through the rainbow. And what you want is a ramp on one side and an overhang on the other side. Okay, so that one cuts down and that one's undercut. And we're going to just stand this up on a bat.
So I'm going to let everyone know I'm sharing the template in the chat, and we will link that to the video so that you all have that. But you can also go to Annie's website and purchase cutters and mats and all kinds of great things.
And then last year I did the tall bowl, and after I did the demo, I put the tall bowls on sale for $50. And I did that with the chalices and goblets if anyone needs a souvenir or wants to cheers with us.
You could buy a piece of Annie's.
Yeah, a souvenir cup from the ClayShareCon. We all always buy cups at workshops, don't we, Jess?
Yeah, that's how you remember your time.
And it's just fun to use other people's cups.
Absolutely. They're like my friends. It's like having a cup of tea or a little drink with a friend. It's just really nice. That's why we buy each other's cups.
And that's why we make cups.
Exactly. And you have great workshops on ClayShare as well. So if folks want, you're a ClayShare member, you can sign up for one of Annie's workshops. You can get 20% off. If you're not a ClayShare member, you can still take one of Annie's workshops. You won't get the 20% off, but you get workshops forever with us. So, there's a little, come hang out more with Annie. And you've done ClayShareCon with us. Oh my gosh, every 4 years, 5 years?
3 or 4? I can't remember. Maybe this is the 4th or the 3rd. Let's try the time, Jess.
Let's see, 26, 25. This would be the 4th, I think.
I think it's the 4th. Yeah. Awesome. Oh, and I am giving an in-person workshop in Plymouth, Michigan, the weekend before in Sika at the Village Potters Guild. There's a link to it on my website. If any of you guys want to join us. I'm so excited for this workshop because I have people in the workshop that have been taking my online classes for years, including my ClayShare workshops that I get to meet in person. And I'm so excited to meet them. So that was straightforward. I slipped and scored and put that together, and now I have a little foot. We're just going to set that aside. And now let's make this big one.
Folks, the template is under ClayShareCon 2026 on Annie's site, if you're looking there. Sorry, Annie.
That's okay. For the template? Yeah. And I still have my template up from my demonstration last year, the tall bowl.
I saw that on there. So.
Okay. So this one has 3 bevels, not the lip, but everything else. So we're going to do the sides again, just like we did the sides of the foot. So 45 or more. So I made the overhang. I keep my knife at the same direction, come across, and then cut this side. And they do make little 45-degree angle cutters that you can use if you don't want to use a scalpel. And then this is going to receive another slab, so I want to put a 45-degree angle there. And as you can see, I touched my sponge, my fingertips were wet, so I just dried them off before I touch my clay. That's one of the keys to hand building, is keeping those fingertips dry and clean. Okay, now we're going to stand this guy upside down on his lip to get started. And when I've cut angles, I like to use a rib to get my fingers underneath the clay so I don't mess that little angle, that little pointy edge there up. Jess, are you guys staying in that cute little boutique hotel I sent you a link for?
I ended up getting a hotel right there at the conference, like right at the convention center.
I got one 2 miles away because it was such a good deal with some points that I had that I couldn't pass it up. So I'll be Ubering back and forth, but that's fine.
I thought about the boutique hotels.
Hotels now.
Yeah, I looked at it and I thought about it and I thought it would be great, but then
it was
I
so
know,
cute.
I know, but I need to be as close as possible with all the. That way I can take a break if I need to and come right back.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I know, but I'm excited to see you at NCECA.
Oh, I know. I hope we can get together on Tuesday.
No,
I'll
we're
be
gonna
there.
make it. It'll happen.
Okay.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah, at least for dinner and running around.
We have to
town.
at least get to. Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
definitely.
But if we can work out museum day, that'd be good.
I would love that too.
Yeah. But yeah, we need to pull a prank or kick up our heels or something.
Yeah.
Especially now that we have Kevin to supervise, we won't get in too much trouble.
Right? Yeah, and then watch us get in more trouble than ever.
Yeah, maybe like the quiet ones are the ones that you always have to watch out for. They're the most devious, in a good way. Okay, so I am just now, I stood it up. I scored my points of attachment that I beveled earlier. And now I'm going to just go texture to texture and make that part that I scored disappear. This is when I wish I had an eye on a big string that could look out so I could turn it. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, we need to sit down in the same place and look at stuff together, like cruises or venues.
No, we talk about this every time we get together about doing a cruise workshop or just a workshop somewhere together. And then we get busy and then we get back together like this and we talk about it again.
I see you. Yeah. But here's the deal. When I see you at NCECA, we're not going to feel like looking at a computer screen or whatever. We're just going to do what we do.
Right? We'll talk about it over dinner. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
That's the plan. Or we'll talk about the art we saw or something. Who knows?
Yeah. We need some Clayshare person who's a good administrator who can just set this stuff up.
Right? Anybody out there is a good administrator?
Yeah.
Good at organizing and setting up things?
Yeah. We can show up and demo.
Right. I need someone to plan it all out. And Annie and I'll just show up.
Yep. Well, the administrator, you can't teach a workshop and administrate it. That is insane. Come on, Clay. One of you Clayshare people has a background in administration or party planning.
Party planning,
Something
right?
along those lines. Okay, so I've got my seam together. And what I want you to notice is that the seam has a curve in it. So the curve that's in the seam, and that's what we're gonna, when we shape the cup, we're gonna make the rest of the cup match the seam. Now, this little disc that I cut out, we're not just gonna plop this in here flat. The key to making this really beautiful is to make this curved. And I'm gonna do that by pressing the center with my thumbs and then using my fingertips to pull the edges back. So I'm pressing the center up with my thumbs and I'm using my fingertips to pull the edges back. What'd you say, Kevin? Oh, okay. Thank you. Sorry about that. My hands wandered.
They were busy making.
They're busy making. So that is the key to making this beautiful. One of my teachers said once that the outside of the cup is supposed to reveal the space that you created inside, right? So I always think about things like that when I'm designing something. And also, when you have a cup, if you use the larger one for lemonade or anything like that, when you put a spoon in to stir, you want to have that nice, smooth, round bottom in there because otherwise your spoon will hit. Like when you go to take a step down and you think it's further down than it is, and you hit that. You don't want to do that with the spoon. Anyway, all of these little things are things that I think about when I'm designing functional pottery. And that comes from years of making as well as years of exploring by using other people's work, looking at other people's things, and then using the work that I make myself until I get it perfect. So when you make a new cup, you have to think about everything that you're going to do with it. People are going to put it in the microwave. People are going to put it in the dishwasher. People are going to put a spoon in it and stir. So you got to do all those things and then make it the best you can. There are no more beautiful dishwashers than Potter's dishwashers, with our cabinets full of our friends' pots and all of our experiments, right? When I do shows, I always tell people that this work makes unloading the dishwasher a party instead of a chore.
Right? You get to
Yeah.
see all the beautiful pieces.
Yeah, you get to handle them. So I can't wait. I'm doing shows again this summer, so for better or for worse.
And you have your workshop you were mentioning coming up right before Nsika.
Yes.
And so that's happening, and there's spaces still, but they're limited. So if you're thinking
there's
of
only a few
taking,
spaces left.
if you're thinking of taking a workshop with Annie,
Yes.
you need to do that soon.
Or if you want to bring me into an art center near you, I love to travel.
Oh,
Jess and I
yeah.
would love to do a workshop together. Oh, that'll be fun. Oh my God.
We would have so much fun.
We will have so much fun. It'll happen. We'll get
It'll happen
around to it.
eventually. I know. I mean, how long can you talk about something before it happens? It's got to happen sooner or
Someone will
later.
take up this great opportunity to bring us in for a hoot and a holler.
I think we should go someplace tropical after Glacier Con.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Someplace warm.
Did you say you're going to Tahiti?
That's my sofa. It has a name.
Oh, there's a studio in Bali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bali, huh?
We should make friends with her and see if she'll bring us in. All right, so now we've got our curved bottom on our cup, and now we're going to attach our foot to it. So I am going to score this and slip it. And drop this on top of my curved floor. And I put my little design right in the center so I can just center my floor on there. Now, while I have this up, I can take care of this seam right here and make that disappear. And then I'm going to use this little tool to blend the foot onto the floor, because I didn't slip and score both places. So when I don't slip and score both places, I blend. Got some extra slip in there. I'll deal with that later. Now I'm going to turn this over. And this is where it comes in really handy to have small bats for cut making, for little light butterfly touches like this. And now I'm going to deal with my seam on the top of my cup. I take my scrap clay that I make while I'm making and dip it in my water bucket and put it into this little container with a lid. And this is what I call my spackle clay. And it's just the same clay that I'm using. And it just makes gaps and lines disappear because when we're hand building, we often accidentally make little gaps. So I have my spackle clay to fill that in and to strengthen seams and things. And then it's time for me to make the rest of my cup match my curved seam. So I'm going to start over here by my seam, but I'm not putting any pressure on my seam because I don't want my seam to split. And so now I'm just shaping. And I lean back and check in with my cup. Always check back in with my seam, and I'm looking across my seam that way. And so I can see where I need to curve, shape the cup. And I'm using just gentle strokes, and I try to overlap each tool mark, each tool stroke. And it's better to do a bunch of gentle passes than one big pushy pass. Pushy pass. That's a
Pushy
funny thing to
pass?
say. Yeah, pushy pass.
It's a pushy
It's a
pass.
pushy pass. What were we saying last time? Something like shaggy and grabby.
Oh, you think we'd remember these things. We need to start writing them down. Words get made up, and then.
Yeah.
So your ongi tool you're using, your shaping
Yes.
stick. Folks want to know where you got that.
This is just a throwing stick, and Clay King has them, and they're like
Awesome.
$10. The ones that they have right now have a sponge on the other end, and you can just take the sponge off. But you can find a small wooden spoon that has a nice curve on it, or a small wooden spoon, and you can sand a curve on it. This isn't necessarily the best tool. It was just the tool I had when I started the hand building 20 years ago. It was just what was in my jar, and I used to use it to throw as an undergrad. It's just an old throwing stick. You don't want to get the Kemper ones that have the flat side because those gouge your clay.
Yeah, I have one of those, and it
Yeah.
still looks brand new. Imagine.
Yeah, there's some tools. So I haven't bought the Mud Tools Baby Bump yet, but my students that have it say that it works really well for this cup.
Oh, I don't
And I'm
have
going to
that
get one
yet.
at Insika. I was going to order one, but I'm like, no, I enjoy buying tools at Insika too much. So I'm going to
You
go.
gotta have something to buy there. Like
We
you
got to go
can't.
shopping.
Yeah.
Let's go shopping together, Jess.
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
do you know how much trouble
goodness.
we would get into trouble buying
Oh
pottery
my.
supplies together?
Yeah, we'll break the bank.
I mean, I gotta fly home with it. You would too. We have to get put it in our
Oh, I'm
luggage.
going to be shipping stuff home anyway from my workshop.
Oh,
So.
that's right.
All right. And so then, yeah, you just go around and get your cup in the shape you like. And then I do like the joining coil. I'm in the joining coil troop. Not everybody is, but I'm going to make a little donut and drop it in there and just make a transition between my floor and my wall. Does anybody have any questions?
So folks were asking about the other wooden tool that you smooth your seam with.
So this comes in a pack of 12. And if you Google small clay sculpting tools, you'll be able to find it. I did it last week. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's a pack of 12. And I only ever used the one out of the pack of 12. Right? But this one is really, really, it's gotten so small from use. Here's a newer one, and you can tell that I've almost used this one up. Isn't that funny?
Yeah,
So bizarre.
it's funny how you gravitate to certain tools, right?
Yeah.
There's like this tool,
Yeah.
like I lost my favorite tool a couple of years ago that I've had since 2000. I lost it.
What was
and I
it?
remember
What tool was it?
It was a Kemper tool, and it was a long-handled one. They don't make it anymore. It's the number on it. The number on it still exists, and if you search it up, it's not the same tool. They changed the way the tool.
Yeah.
But I bought it at a art supply place going out of business, and I just got it for like $1 back then. And I lost it at a workshop, and the people at the workshop were great. They looked and looked and looked. We couldn't find it, and it could have fallen out packing stuff up on the ground. I was, who knows?
I know. Yeah.
I'm still in the limbo land.
Expensive, but you just get so used to them. Okay,
exactly.
I've made a coil, and I just made it into a circle because it's easier. And then I'll just drop it in and then blend that. Because I like my floors to have a nice transition to the wall. I like everything just to be smoothity smooth. So I am going in and just blending the coil onto the floor and then blending up onto the wall. And I do have a more comprehensive tutorial. If you end up buying the cutters, you get that tutorial for free, including how I glazed this. Because I had to do it in stages and use wax resist in strategic ways to get it to be so pretty.
So gorgeous. I know. So if you go get the cutters on Annie's website, you do get the longer version of this
Yes.
tutorial, which I know we only have so much time. Annie has done workshops with us. So if you're enjoying Annie's technique, which I'm pretty sure you are, I mean, I enjoy it and she's amazing. So you can go get her workshops and you can get the one she's done with me or the one she's done on her own. Honestly, just do them both because
Do them all.
they're very fun and
Yeah.
you can never learn too much or have
Yeah.
too much fun. So like I'm in.
And I did do this project for my January cups class. It's got 3 years of content in it now. Every single cup that I make has been demoed in there.
So if you want to make a bunch of cups,
Yeah.
that's the cup class.
And super duper
Yes.
granular detail explanations.
I love it.
Yeah. So I would put this under plastic now, and then on the next day, I do what I call second day shaping, where I go back in and perfect the shape because it just works a little better if it's set up with my Cone 10B mix. I don't know if every clay body is like that or not, but this is. This one, this Cone 10B mix likes to rest in between shaping.
That's your favorite, isn't it?
Yeah, well, my glazes, I formulated my glazes to fit it and everything. So I've been using it since 2010. Before that, I was using Dover, which I'm seeing again now on the market. But I don't know if it's the same. And then, do you want to see a new pot that I made? I made a
Yeah, what do you mean you want to see a new pot? 100%.
I haven't shown this at all yet.
No, don't show us those new pots that you've been hiding in secret back there.
I haven't finished it yet, but it's got a curved bottom, so it looks like it's hovering.
Oh, I love it.
It's a little hovercraft.
Oh,
but I've got to
yes.
go in and clean it up.
It's like a little tutu. It's a little ballet dancer.
Yeah, it's got a little bumpy bottom and it sits on its little bump.
I'm hearing some tiny dancer from Elton John playing in the background.
Oh, love Elton John. Did you see his or read his book?
No,
I've got that on my audiobook.
I need to. Oh, I should then. I have Audible.
Yep.
I love Elton John. I always have. Like
me too.
As a kid, I'm like on my Walkman listening
Jessica,
to
we need
Elton John.
to go dancing at Nsika.
No. No, maybe we'll see. All right, Annie, are we ready? Are you done? Are we toasting?
Yeah.
Are we there?
Oh, yeah. What time is it? I don't have a clock in the studio. Did
it's
I go to the right
5:13.
time?
You got 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes. You got anything else you want to share? You got.
Are there any questions?
Picture? Any questions? After she's like, oh, I'm done. Any questions? I'm gonna drink this wine.
Yep. Yeah, we are toasting out the demo part of ClayShare.
Yes.
I am always honored to be the last one.
I know,
I like being thrown out with you.
And look, you get to have a glass of wine. I'm opening my bottle.
Yay!
A sparkling cider. So, Annie, thank you so much for joining us here on ClayShare Con. Thank you for being part of this year and the last 4, maybe 5 years, I can't remember, and all the workshops and everything you do. Cheers, hon.
Cheers, clink.
No, we just tapped our
Thank you
phones
for having me. I love being a part of this community. And are we doing the cup swap at Nsika again?
Yeah, we're going to do a mug exchange for ClayShare folks. We have a meeting.
I'm going to bring one this year. I
4:00.
went to Nsika last year, but I didn't bring stuff like a dork.
4:00 Thursday.
This year.
Yeah, it's in the official Nsika schedule. So the ClayShare meetup is there. So you meet up so you can find us. But no, you'll be there. I'll see you for them. All right, sweetie. Thank you so much for being here. And again,
cheers, everybody.
I can't wait to see you next month. Cheers, hon.
Happy hand building.
Thank you. Bye. All right, I got my beautiful cup. I got my sparkling cider. And Annie's the best. I just love her. She's great. She's everything. You have to take her workshops, you have to take her classes, and if you're in Sika, you're going to see her, so you have to go up and give her a big old hug and tell her that you saw her in ClayShareCon, right? This will be available for replay. The downloadable template is on earthtoannie.com. If you go there and you go under ClayShareCon 2026. I'm doing good this year. I didn't lose my voice yet. Did you notice? I'm, you know, after doing this for 7 years, the ClayShareCon thing, I'm finally getting in my stride. But I'll see if she can send me that paper template too, and I can attach it to this video, and we can make that. But you should still go to her site if you want to get the cutters. You get that longer video that she did, and what a great introduction to Annie. So for the price of cutters, you get a class. Pretty good deal, I think. So thank you everybody for being here. This is the end of the demos. The biggest ClayShareCon we've ever done, I think. I won't know for maybe 3-4 months before we get the statistics of how many people watched. Last year, over 500,000 people watched us live. I'm hoping more, only because I love sharing everything with everybody, and I just think the more people that learn about making pottery, the better the world is. So thank you all for being with us. I'm going to do the giveaway, and we're going to take a little break, and I'll be back at, what is it, 5:30? 5:30? 5:30, we're going to give away a whole bunch of prizes, and at the end, we're going to give away an Artista wheel, an L&L plug-in fire kiln, those 50 bottles of kiwi underglaze, and I have a caramel apple mocktaini recipe that I'm going to share with you, and if you want to make that and drink along, and you want to make the non-mock version, I'll give you some tips for that too. Huge thank you to everyone that has been a part of ClayShareCon and to Annie. Thank you.